Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going through £200 worth of 10p's. This bag has sort of exploded already. Just going to cause a problem because I'm going to try and show you the book. So move this out of the way. That out of the way. Move these out of the way. So what are we looking for? We are looking to try and finish the alphabet book. So we've got A, C and E, L, M, K, J, N, O, Q, P, S, X, Y, Z, V. So hopefully we get some new ones today. And we'll also be checking because we've got some 2019 ones that have come out. I got some at the Royal Mint, which was pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's get into these bags. So let's jump into the questions. First question comes from Chrissy Dudman, who asks, do you think we should keep 1 and 2p's? So personally, I think yes. The more coins, the better. It's a shame there aren't any commemorative designs on them, but there is something going on in the government where they're deciding the future of the 1 and 2p's because they're not generally used so much, sort of for paying for things and stuff. So they're expensive they are an expense to create and aren't used so much. So we'll find out the results of that very, very soon. Pokey Matt asks, if you could choose 3 coins for Easter, what would they be? So like a top 3 coins that I still want. I don't know. I think more Strike Your Owns is sort of top of my list of things I'd like to get. There's still a couple I haven't got already. So I can't think exactly off the top of my head which ones I've missed, but 3 of the ones I've missed. Alex Curlis asks, what's your favourite Flanders Fields coin design? So far it would have to be the First Fleet one. I think that's an absolutely stunning design. Stephen Gell asks, what type of magnification device would you recommend? Let me show you mine. So this is the one that I use. Come on, focus. There we go. Is there a brand on it? I don't think there is. So it's got a UV light and a normal LED light. You look through there and it is, what is it, 60 times magnification, I believe. So it's really, really good. You get so much detail from it. I think it was only £3 as well. So a real good bargain. I really like it. Stevo71 asks, do you enjoy any sports? I don't do sports, if I'm honest. I don't mind watching the odd game of whatever sports it was. I caught a bit of the snooker recently. I've been known to watch a bit of darts, the odd football game, especially if it's a national game. That's when I'll probably tune in to that. The only sports I don't really watch is rugby because I just can't understand it. I don't think anyone does. But I watched American football for the first time the other day. Oh, not the other day, the other month. It was the Super Bowl. So I watched a recording of that, and that was quite interesting. And I got to grips with how the game works, scoring, things like that. So that was quite interesting. I enjoyed that. And in the past, I've watched the odd Formula 1 race, but again, I don't have the desire to watch a particular sports every single week. Like, I don't follow a particular football team. I don't watch every F1 race. I don't watch every snooker game at the what's it on the moment, Snooker World Championship or something like that. But I dip my toe in from time to time. Asjad Hussein asks, is there a coin you regret giving away the most in your giveaways? No, I wouldn't say I regret giving them away because it's a great way for me to thank you guys for subscribing, or thank a couple of you for subscribing. The one I am most envious of maybe would probably be the big Flanders Fields when I did my 10k giveaway, because I think that was absolutely stunning. And being that I'm collecting the Flanders Fields coins, that would have been a lovely one to add to my collection, but it's a bit out of my price bracket at the moment. Ooh, Holy Toledo, we got one. It is the letter V for villages. We've already got it. What year is it? 2018. Woohoo! I'm just happy to find one. Very nice, very nice. David Clark asks, why do you think the Kew Gardens is more sought after than the EU presidency? So the Kew Gardens is the
lowest minted coin in UK circulation. The EU presidency is one of the larger old-style 50p's, and there is a lower mintage of that one than there is of the Kew Gardens. So the reason I believe that Kew Gardens is more sought after or more pricier, because it's probably at least twice the value of EU presidency, is probably around the media attention with it. So in the newspapers, online, that's the go-to rarest coin to find in circulation. But also the EU presidency, you don't, because it's not circulated anymore, you don't find them. So maybe that's why. I can't think of any other reason. Alan Barnes asks, what is your views of the contactless money system? As a coin collector, I shouldn't like it, but who wants to faff around with coins when you're just trying to buy a Big Mac? No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's speedy, it's quick. Eventually the world will turn to a currency-less society, an electronic paying system. So eventually we will lose coins, I would imagine. Maybe not in the near future, maybe not even in my lifetime. Hopefully not, because I like collecting coins. But the whole reason behind that is so that everything we do can be tracked, can be traced. Every time we buy something, every time you lay a bet on a football game, every time you buy a bag of milk, a bag of bread. What do you buy bags of? Bags of crisps. It's all logged, so that companies, banks and the likes can then maybe in the future sell your information as targeted media to other companies. So that's the overall reason. It also will crack down on things like money laundering and fraud as well, because everything will be traceable. Alice Schoen asks, some say circulated coins are worth more than uncirculated. What do you think? Uncirculated coins I would say are worth more than circulated coins, but just because they weren't put into circulation, so there are less of them than the circulated ones, is what I would assume. But it all depends on the whoever's buying it, what value they put on it. So if you are a coin collector that collects coins that you find, then you probably won't pay for an uncirculated coin. You'll carry on hunting for it. So yeah, I don't know. Simon Langdon asks, what colour would your lightsaber be? Oh, red. I'm an Empire guy, so I would. I think it's because I'm not a mean person. If I watch or read or do whatever it is with Star Wars, it's escapism. So I'd like to be the polar opposite of what I can be. I'll be an evil Sith, and also Darth Vader's awesome. Who doesn't want to be Darth Vader? Beautiful Britannia asks, favourite Olympic 50p? Easy peasy, gymnastics. I think it's just stunning design. A random potato asks, if you were desperate enough to steal a coin, what would it be? The 1933 penny at the London Mint, at the Royal Mint, the $1 million Canadian gold coin. If you're going to steal a coin, steal a valuable one. No, don't steal. Bad advice. If you have to steal a coin, and I guarantee to get away with it, and if you are forced to do so and you do not have a choice to steal or not to steal a valuable one. Alric asks, your channel is doing great, but are you afraid it might grow too much and consume all your time? No, not at all. So I am incredibly grateful for everyone that subscribes, everyone that likes the video, leaves me a comment, because I don't know, if I'm having a rough day, because I do work full time as well, so if I'm having a tough day at work, what could be greater than to come home and to have 50 to 100 really nice messages on my video for that day, to chat with you guys on the Discord server, now on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, I'm not concerned it will consume all my time. So the concern is more recently the amount of comments that I'm getting is an awful lot more than I used to, and I still read, reply and love, I would say, about 99% of comments. There'll be the odd comment which I'll just think, oh, I'm not replying to that. Or if I don't understand it, instead of commenting I don't understand and then trying to look back for a reply, I'll just skip past it now. But yeah, that is the primary concern, is the amount of time it takes to reply to comments and whether I can still continue to reply to everyone, which I will continue to attempt to do. But that's why I'm quite slow at replying, because I'll reply to the odd comment, but the way I look at comments on my phone on the app, I have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find the oldest comment that I haven't replied to, and then work my way up the list, and it takes quite a while to scroll down to the bottom of them some days. So I'll carve out an hour or two of a weekend or of an evening, and I'll just reply in bulk to the last 5 days worth of comments. So that's the only thing that I'm concerned about, is not being able to reply to every comment. Don Wemus asks, when will we be seeing Sherlock 50p's and change? So when I was at the Royal Mint on Easter Sunday, they confirmed that they were making the Sherlock Holmes 50p for circulation, so we could see it very, very soon. However, I wouldn't anticipate it before, I don't know, the last quarter of the year, maybe like October time, maybe. M3 Truss asks, if you could mint your own coin, what would you depict? A big set, all UK counties, or I don't know, Knights of the Round Table, all the different individual Knights of the Round Table. If it's a kids one, I keep saying Mr. Men. I want Mr. Men coins. I don't know why. Puglife 3011 asks, what's your favourite note design? So I don't do a lot of collecting banknotes. Some people have sent some to the PO box, and I think they do look stunning. But I'm very mindful that there's one thing in this world I don't need, it's another collection. But I am very, very tempted, maybe in the future, to start collecting banknotes as well. But my favourite note design, I quite like the Scottish, is it £10 note with the otter? I think that's really cute. I really like that one. The Gaming Freak asks, how many people do you have looking out for coins for you? Absolutely tons of people. Work colleagues, family, friends, family members that I won't see for months at a time will still be looking out for coins for me, and that's always my top tip. Tell everyone, because everyone will look for you. But it is a double-edged sword, because if you tell people you collect coins, they might get into coin collecting as well, and they might not want to give you all their coins. So who knows? Rich Millie asks, which bank is best to order coins from? Good question. One I have covered in the past. So I can't recommend a particular bank. So I have an agreement with my bank not to publicise the bank that I use. However, I wouldn't recommend a particular bank, because I have heard so many stories of, I don't know, this person saying Bank A is really helpful, they get me loads of coins and will let me do it. And then another person in another part of the country will say, oh, that bank, I've got a local one and they won't let me have any coins at all. So it all depends on your branch. Sometimes it just depends on the staff that you get, that you're served by. Some banks would demand you have a business account in order to take bulk coins out, or coins out in bulk, I should say. So I do have business accounts that I pay in and out of to sort of future-proof this, because lots of people were saying their bank was turning around saying no to using personal accounts to take masses of coins out. Obviously, with a business account, there's monthly fees, there are transactional fees on them, so the bank makes a bit of money back from you as well. Hector Daniel asks, are 2019 £2 coins going into circulation? I hope so, but probably not going on previous years. Eventually they're going to have to put some new £2 coins into circulation, aren't they? The Good Gamer Son asks, how many NIFCs have you found? 4 or 5, I think. I think about 4 or 5. It's me, Ollie 345 asks, which coins are harder to hunt, £2 or 50p's? Well, I finished more £2 collections than the 50p's. I guess there are less of them, and some like Olympics, Jemima Puddle Ducks, there are so few of them. I think there are more rarer 50p's than there are rarer £2, so I would say 50p's are harder to hunt based on scarcity. However, I can get higher volumes of 50p's than £2 generally. Warhammer is Life asks, why did you start YouTube? So in early 2018, I was inspired to try and search through coins to find commemorative ones and try and sell them for a profit, as sort of a side hustle. So I was going through the same coins essentially that I'd hunt through now, apart from the 10p's and the world coins. trying to find the commemorative ones to sell and make a profit. After a while I realized that within a couple of weeks I realized there is not enough profit to be made for the time and effort I'm putting into this, but I'd seen a whole bunch of US coin hunters, coin roll hunters making videos, and I thought that's a neat idea. Is anyone doing it in the UK? And you had Absolute Coins, you had UK Coin Hunt, and is it UK Coin Hunter now? So the three of them were all doing videos before I was doing my videos, and I thought, whilst I'm going through these coins, why not make some videos and see if anyone's interested in them? And here we are, 25,000 subscribers later. So yeah, that's what motivated me. I was trying to make money, didn't work out, so I tried to make videos, and the videos were really successful, I'm glad to say. Simon Hercombe asks, do you like chocolate hobnob biscuits? Who doesn't like chocolate hobnob biscuits? They are amazing. And if you don't like chocolate hobnob biscuits, there's nothing more I can say. I'm only kidding. Jamie Smith asks, how many Strike Your Owns exist and how often do they change? They normally change roughly quarterly, every 3 months I would say. However, the Britannia 50p was lasted until April, so slightly over a quarter. So I would anticipate about 4 a year. I think that sounds about right. And they started in 2018. So there's which ones do I know? I know there's the New Pound. The New Pound design was a Strike Your Own. Isaac Newton. Oh, there was actually the Royal Wedding, wasn't there? That was over that weekend. You could get Strike Your Own then. Frankenstein was the first one I got. So I got Frankenstein, Nutcracker, 2019 New Pence, 50 pence, Britannia 50 pence, and the 2019 £2 Britannia. So that I can count off the top of my head 7. But I think I'm missing 1 or 2. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing 1 or 2. Heather Alice asks, if you could pick a design for 50p, what would you choose? Other than what I've already said, great British musicians, singers, David Bowie, Freddie Mercury. I want them on coins. Rory Cooper asks, what's your oldest coin? So I've had a few old coins, generally ones that were sent into the PO box, so thank you very much for those that you have sent them to me. So I had like a cartwheel penny, which is late 1700s. A WWE Alanado sent me a silver Queen Anne crown, 2 crowns, that was 1707, which I believe is still my oldest coin. But WWE Alanado is awesome. And I'm very grateful to him. Stoner Hank asks, how long have you been making these videos and will you ever stop? I started making videos coin videos in February of 2018. I did have my channel before that. I think it was July 2017 I made my channel. And I was making stamp videos because no one was making stamp videos at the time. And I thought, well, if no one's making this, there must be stamp collectors out there on YouTube. Turns out there isn't really. They weren't getting views. I wasn't getting subscribers. And I very quickly gave up on that. Will I ever stop? I don't have plans to stop. So no, not right now at the point of recording this video. Mo Ahmed asked 2 questions. First question is, what do you think of the Royal Mint albums? I like the 10p albums. I think they're really neat. I will keep my 10p's in the Royal Mint albums. The 50p albums, I'm not a massive fan of, just because I think that you'll have to keep buying more volumes to put them in, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't buy the 50p or have they even got £2 ones? I can't remember. So I wouldn't buy them. Second question from him is, which of the RAF £2 are your favourite? I like the Spitfire one. That's my favourite of that set. Siddharth Bhargava, I think is the how you pronounce that. Probably not, but I apologise for mispronouncing that. The question is the giveaway international? Yeah, of course. Anywhere I will post the prizes of the winners anywhere in the world, I guess. Surinder Bridgewater asks, what do you think of us having a £5 coin instead of a note? Go for it. The more notes, the better. And the more notes, the more coins, the better. Wrap up with a few more. So Margie Smith asks, would you ever consider getting a job at the Mint? I would love a job at the Mint. I think I'm quite suited for a job at the Mint. I don't know what I would do there, but maybe I should just send my CV to them. Last question comes from Ali Shavani, who asks, what is a good price for a Kew Gardens? A good price is about 50p. No, a good price, I would say that they go for about 80 to 120 pounds, dependent on getting the right buyers at the right time. If you're selling them like on eBay, getting the right people auctioning them, but be very careful when you're buying one online, because there's lots of fakes, there's lots of copies that can be easily misled. You could be easily misled thinking you've got a genuine one in front of you that you're bidding for, and it turns out it's not a genuine one. So be careful with it. Do your research. There's loads of cheat sheets. Change Checker's got a great article on how to spot a fake Kew Gardens 50p as well. And with that, we'll get back to the coins.
Holy Toledo. That took me just over 50 minutes to get through those 2 bags. It's quite a good time, really. So, what did we get? At least it wasn't a massive bust. We did get 3 Jersey 10p's. Those 2 are 1992. That one is 2012. It's quite cool. And then the star pull. Nothing new for the book, unfortunately, but still. How cool is that? At least we got one. So, all that leaves me now to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.